I'm being told to go to the hotline. I'm being told on the hotline is a celebrity guest. Hello? Hello?
Hey, can you hear my cat?
I can.
That's Bob. She's here.
That is Bub?
Yeah. Did you hear her?
I did. Mike?
Yeah.
Is this Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
How are you, Mike?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well.
Now, Mike, you are the what are you, the owner of Lil BUB? The attendant?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I'm kind of a pal. I take care of her.
And for people who don't know Lil BUB, how would you explain the phenomenon that is Lil BUB?
Can you hear her snorting? She's actually sleeping right now. She's snoring into the phone. Here, I'll move the phone. Can you hear me okay? I'm on speakerphone.
Mm-hmm. We're good.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
So, yeah, how do I explain the phenomenon of Bub? Well, before she became famous, I still claimed that she was the most amazing creature on the planet. And I truly believe that this is true. But she's a one-of-a-kind cat. I adopted her. She's a rescue cat. I adopted her. She was about 8 weeks old. She was an instant celebrity with all my friends. So someone suggested that I post pictures of her on the internet. So I started my first blog, the Bub blog. And then before I knew it, like about 4 or 5 months after that, one of the photos went viral. Mm-hmm. And so since then, things have been bananas. That was about 3 years ago.
And everything's really taken off with Lil BUB getting her picture out there and then getting all over the place.
Yeah, we've done some cool stuff.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff?
Oh, man. We've been on The View, so we sat between Barbara Walters and Whoopi Goldberg. That was pretty cool. Bub's been held by Robert De Niro. That was pretty cool. She's written a book. She's had her own talk show, so she interviews people too. She's sleeping now, or otherwise she'd try and interview you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just keeps going, and it's sort of this weird thing where I don't really try. I mean, I never really tried. It was never like my mission for my cat to get famous. But once I saw this was happening, I was like, oh, this could be fun. We can involve my friends and do cool stuff, and opportunities just keep coming up. Just weird, doing weird stuff. She might be in a big film soon. I just get weird emails like, hey, does Bub want to star in a film with Kevin Spacey? And I go, yeah, of course she does. So, stuff like that happens all the time. It's weird.
And why do you think all this stuff happens for Lil BUB? Where can somebody see a picture of Lil BUB? I know it's pretty easy at this point, but like, where's the home base for everything?
There's lilbub.com. You can use this. There's a site called Google, and you just type in Lil BUB and click the images link, and then you'll be flooded with
Lil BUB.
Tens of thousands of photos, yeah.
Yeah, and
she's a cool-looking cat, yeah, for sure.
Because now she was born without teeth?
Yeah, so she was born, her teeth never grew, and mind you, when I first adopted her, none of this stuff was really known, so this is all stuff like started happening. So she was born toothless, and then they never, I guess all animals are born toothless, but they never grew in is the important fact here. Mm-hmm. She has extra toes on all her paws. She has dwarfism. And then, around a year old, her tongue started sticking out. Okay. And that's like her most noticeable trait now. But that didn't happen until she was about 10 months old. And then she has this exceptionally rare bone condition called osteopetrosis. She's the only cat in recorded history to have been born with it. And so, that's also this unusual thing. She basically has so many rare genetic deformities that it's sort of like an anomaly, all in one healthy living creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of wild, yeah.
And I guess that all adds up to Lil Bub being kind of like a kind of unique cat.
Very unique, yeah. Like my theory is that she's from space, and it was sort of like a joke. But also, I think it might be true. I think that there's like these aliens that have been, or extraterrestrials have been spying on our planet for a long time, and over time they realized that as humans we had these creatures, these pets that were cats, but they're so far away, these aliens, that they couldn't get the exact like details of the cat right. So, but they created Bub and sent her here,
mm-hmm.
and she's just like a little off. She's almost there, but not quite right, So that's kind of my theory.
And it's also something, what I think is nice about is that with a cat like Lil Bub, you're saying that it's nice to just be appreciative of the animals that are maybe not the most not the ones that jump right out at you if you're going to adopt a pet or so if you're at the shelter, if there's an animal that has like something different about them, you don't just go look away. You figure there could be a pretty awesome pet right there waiting for you who would love it if you got adopted, if they got adopted.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big part of, we do all the cool stuff, the being held by Robert De Niro and sitting on Whoopi Goldberg's lap. Like, that's all fun stuff that comes with this crazy thing.
But there have to be good things that happened also to Lil Bub, not just being held by Robert De Niro.
Right. That's all that's all stuff that, I'm going to tell my kid when he's older. It's like, But really, like, what people don't realize is this, what I do with Lil Bub is actually a crazy amount of work. And, like, the biggest focus of our work is, like you said, sort of spreading awareness about adopting pets. Bub's actually my fifth rescue pet. Fifth rescue cat. So I already had 4 before that, and they're all a little different. One of them doesn't have a tail, but that's just I realized that once Bub got famous, it was a perfect sort of avenue for inspiring people to not just adopt pets, but also adopt the ones that have the hardest time getting adopted, the ones that require a little extra work. And Bub does require a lot of extra work just as a pet.
Mm-hmm.
But you get rewarded like tenfold. Bub's like one of my closest friends. Even though she's my cat, she knows that I'm the one that takes care of her. She knows that she wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. And I think when I openly post about that kind of stuff, and it inspires people to get their own sort of special needs pet. And we even started Lil Bub's Big Fund for special needs pets. So that's a big part of our work.
I think it's awesome. Let me ask a couple things. Has Lil Bub ever hung out with Billy Corgan?
No, it's funny, but I hung out with Billy Corgan. Well, not hung out, but I interned at Electrical Audio when Zwan was recording, and I saw Billy Corgan every day during my internship for like a month straight.
Wait, so Lil Bub didn't meet Stephen Sowley?
Oh, yeah, Bub knows Stephen Sowley, of course.
There's your... Isn't it
a small world?
It is a small world. Now I'm a little bummed out. I thought Lil Bub was only hanging out with the fanciest of people.
No, she hangs out with, like, crazy dudes like Steven.
How about Steve Albini? Has Lil Bub met Steve Albini?
Oh, man, they're old pals. Yeah, she interviewed him for an episode of her show. He held her and everything, and he even read her own book to her.
Do you know who AP Mike is?
I'm not sure if I know who he is, but I know he has a new song out today.
He does have a new song out. Yes,
he's really excited to hear it.
It's exciting that someone knows AP Mike, that he is from the side of him being a performer. He screens calls for this show. I would like to see him with Lil Bub at some point. He's a real big animal lover, and I think he'd get along pretty well.
Well, where's AP Mike from?
Bayonne.
From where?
Bayonne, New Jersey.
Oh, Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yeah.
How far is that from New York City? Far? Close?
About 25 minutes, right?
Oh, that's super close.
Yeah, next time Lil Bub is in New York, Mike should swing by.
He should, yeah. We're going to be in New York in late January. Tell AP, what does AAP stand for?
Associate Producer.
AP Mike should send Lil Bub an email or a tweet. She loves tweeting. So.
Okay. Will you do that, Mike? And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I know one of my best friends is a huge Lil Bub fan, is my friend Marcia out in Los Angeles. Loves Lil Bub so much.
Well, we've met Marcia. She's she's come to some meet and greets. She's awesome.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Hi, Marcia. Hello.
And, yeah, so, look, is there a group to help with any of this animal adoption stuff? Because I know some of the proceeds from all these things go to what?
So Lil Bub's big fund for the ASPCA. It's the money doesn't go to the ASPCA. They basically facilitate our fund, and they administer grants to shelters all over the country with special needs pets. So you can, if you want to help out, you can go to lilbub.com/bigfund and read about the fund. It's pretty cool. I think we've raised almost $200,000 in the past year and a half.
Wow.
And saved a bunch of cats. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Pretty cool cat. Yeah.
Yeah. And look, I've met Marnie the dog.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to meet Marnie. How was Marnie in person?
Very sweet dog. Very sweet dog. Maybe someday I'll meet Lil Bub. Maybe this January event I can come by. And,
well, we can all party together. Bub loves to party.
Well, that scares me a little bit. I don't know if I could party as hard as Lil Bub. I don't want to see AP Mike. Lil Bub doesn't like Coors Light, does she?
No, she likes regular Coors.
Good. Oh, regular Coors. Oh, that cat's running. That cat might even out party Mike at this point. Lil Bub. Mike can't hang with Lil Bub. He's on a Coors Light. He has Coors Light. He's one of those Coors Light helmets with the, you put the beer cans in the top.
With the tubes.
With the tubes down. Yeah. Does Lil Bub have one, like a miniature one of those?
No, she just hangs her tongue into the can and sort of capillary action.
It's just.
Hey, does Bub get to contribute to your list?
Let's put Lil Bub on the list. Well, let's put Lil Bub at
He's number one, of course.
One?
Well, I mean, she's right here.
These guys
can you just say one and then she's
all right.
Leaving
Yeah, Lil Bub at number one. What do we got in the low 20s for Lil Bub? Let's see. 29. 20. What's that? Put Lil Bub at 22.
Wow.
Really? So you went in number one, Lil Bub. Lil Bub's at 22.
Okay, but she wants to contribute, too. She's got some ideas.
I did a record with Lil Bub, like a charity record.
Are we on the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Yeah, we both did the Super Bowl Shuffle together.
You and Bub are like old collaborators.
Yeah. Boy, that was, me and Lil Bub. Boy, that was a real who's that? I mean, who's who on that celebrity.
It was a who's who in comedy rapping on music albums.
Yes. Well, I had a great time on it, and I had a great time talking to Lil Bub. Is there anything else Lil Bub has to say on the way out here?
Yeah, she really wants to contribute at least 3 animals to your list. You don't have to take them, but she's got 3.
Okay, what else do we got?
She's got Eeyore.
Eeyore? Yeah, we'll see.
She's got Waldo the bird from Twin Peaks.
Okay. Mark that
and
down.
Mad Cat from Inspector Gadget.
All right. Mark that down, Mike. All three of those.
Yes.
All right. Well, Mike, look, this was great. I'm so glad I got to learn more about this. And the important thing is that people adapting animals that from their shelters that might not look like the most like conventionally perfect animal you see, and then you get a great pet that loves you forever.
That's the important message here. Exactly. And I have to say this too. When you go to adopt a pet, make sure you can take care of it.
Yes, of course.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Some people get pets and they think, "Oh, I'm going to make my cat famous because it looks funny." That's not how it works. Get a pet because you want a pet to take care of, and then do a good job of taking care of it.
Exactly. We couldn't agree more on that. Look, maybe we didn't agree on Eeyore being on the list. Mike has just vetoed Eeyore being on the list. I'm so sorry. And with that, he also lost his invite to the big event in January. Sorry, Mike. That's the price of business, as they say. But he I don't know what point I was making here. I was just making fun of Mike. But we all agree that you adopt an animal only if you can take care of the animal.
Agreed.
Well, Mike, this was awesome. Please, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lil BUB. I appreciate you guys checking in. And
thanks for having us, Tom.
Of course, we will talk soon.
Talk soon.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Get it?